Oh, we're here.
Are we here? We're here.
We're here.
We're here.
Get a little closer. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. I think it's
I look
Wednesday.
very pale today.
I do too. I think it's...
The light?
It could be there's no sun.
Well, that could be part of
Happy
it.
Canada Day. Sorry about the weather in Edmonton. It's been raining all night. The sump pump's been going.
Yeah.
Yesterday was a rough day. It was like ugly. It was an ugly weather day.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we decided yesterday was the worst day since we've been here. And that's not saying much, because there's been a lot of rough days. So,
Well, not a lot of rough days.
I think we said we had 5 good days since we've been here. 5.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, 5 out of 40. So, you do the math. If you were to be in school and get 5 out of 40 questions right, the teacher's not going to go like, oh my God, you're a genius. They're not going to do that.
Good morning, Rosemary and Mum. She's watching upstairs.
Yeah. So it was very disappointing. We went into town and I just got rained on. So went to Capilano Mall, which was very interesting. I grew up and...
It's not really a mall anymore. It's
That's
just
what
a strip.
You've kind of taken the
He
wind
takes
out of...
so long to
No.
tell stories, you guys.
So then I'm like trying to find a doorway into the mall. Can't find one. Go into Walmart and I said, can you tell me where the door is to get into the mall? The lady's like, we have everything in here. You don't need to go to the mall. I said, I do want to go to the mall. She says, well, this hasn't been a mall for 5 or 6 years, maybe longer. So when we were here the first time, probably 9 years ago, we came and it was a mall. And I saw where Skechers was and I saw that it was a very depressed mall, and now it's no longer a mall. So all of the areas that we walked upon, they're now retailing that, which is actually brilliant, I think.
Walked upon? We walked
upon it. Yeah.
Good morning, Keith.
Skechers is huge in Capilano. It really is.
Well, it's an outlet, so everything is on some sort of sale.
As soon as you walk in, they're like, oh, you can't come in without a mask. We need to give
Yeah.
you a mask. The masks are stupid because you're not getting oxygen. You're just retaining the chemicals and all of that
We're
stuff,
not
the
talking about
bacteria
masks
stuff.
because there are some people.
Yeah, that believe that it's going to save their lives.
Honey.
It's not going to save their lives. It's not
Happy
gonna do
Canada
anything.
Day.
Happy Canada Day. Don't wear a mask today.
Don't talk. Don't listen to him. Do what you feel is more comfortable for you and the people around you.
Actually, that's fair, but just don't get pissed off at everybody else that isn't doing what you're doing.
Like he does.
Well,
Don't do what he does.
I just want to yell at people, stop being sheep.
It's not your place.
Well, it can be.
You need to stop.
Yeah, I think the police.
Good
will
morning,
arrest
Pastor
me.
Freddie. How are you this morning?
Hello. Is the church open yet? Is it?
For services?
Yes.
I don't think so. Pastor Freddie can answer to that one, but I don't think they are allowed yet.
With the governor of Nayarit not being real bright, probably not then.
Well, yeah, he thinks he's doing the best for his state, so...
I was watching Thomas Sowell this morning, who, brilliant economist, studied under Milton Friedman. If you don't know who those people are, look into it. And Sowell was talking about the elite, educated people, and just how they have to control everything. And that's what this is all about, is it's all about control, and it's just a few people who think they know about something. It's kind of like actors talking politics, authors talking politics, pretty much anybody talking politics. Kind of not...
Even politicians talking politics don't always...
That really is somebody who does not know what they're talking about. Yeah,
You are just in a mood today. We start 5 minutes late. This is what happens. I apologize. It's my fault we were late this morning.
Yeah, it was her fault.
So if he's going to be miserable like this, I might just have to cut him off.
So, cut me off from what?
Everything.
That's not funny. So
I meant this.
So tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock is our fun night at Canadian Brew House. Canadian Brew House. You think I'd remember that?
Yeah.
Canadian Brew House in Windermere at 7 o'clock. If the weather is good, I was thinking it was going to be good because I thought I was in Mexico for a minute and that I knew what the weather was going to be. But it may be inside, but it may be at the patio.
The
Who knows?
weather tomorrow is supposed to be a high of 18, but with some showers. So who knows? It might actually be nice enough with their little heaters
They
up
do
there.
have heat. It's not little heaters, Christy. It's these ginormous roof heaters that go along the lines, because you never went up to see.
I never went up to see. I was waiting for it to be a surprise.
Surprise. So yes, this is not a surprise. Tomorrow at 7 o'clock, Windermere Canadian Brewhouse. If you don't know where we're going to be, if it's raining, just assume downstairs. If it's not raining, assume upstairs. Right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So who do we have to say hello to?
Well, same people. Pastor Freddie is saying good morning. It's a new day.
Good morning, Pastor Freddie.
And
It
enjoy
is
the
a new
meal and
day.
conversation. It's awesome.
What meal and conversation?
Tomorrow with our friends.
Oh, yes. That meal and conversation, yes.
At the brew house.
Yes. I don't think we're going to have dinner, but we will definitely have snacks
Yeah.
and a drink or two. But yes, I think we will definitely be covering a drink or two. And what else?
I don't know what to tell you. Good morning, Wendy.
Hello, Wendy. So, if you're in the Edmonton area, you are invited. If you're not in the Edmonton area, you're still invited. But you got to get here on your own.
Yeah.
Christy can give you a piggyback. Don't know. And actually, with the Anthony Hen Day, I mean, St. Albert, Sherwood Park.
Yeah, everything is pretty close. Pretty quick to get to. Good morning, Shirley. How are you this morning?
Hey, closing tomorrow. Thank you, Shirley. That's exciting. I see you've got the light stuff in your coffee, but you don't have it in a thermal thing, so you got to drink that fast.
That's in the dishwasher. Good morning, Judy. Your mama.
Hello, Mama.
You didn't call her
I
yesterday,
didn't
did you?
call her.
I
I'm
would-
telling you, this thing in the head is...
Don't blame that. It's just you.
Yeah, no, I
No,
don't
you know what it is? It's the video games that he's playing.
It might be. I mean, as soon as I get off this... Well, no, I have things to do today, so I'll
Do
do
you?
that
What do you
first.
have to do today?
I have to do that...
Call your mom.
Well, I have to call my mom.
You have to finish that video.
No, I finished the video.
Good morning, Sheila. Good morning, Kathy.
I've sent it to Tanya and Darwin to review.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
So, Tanya and Darwin, watch the video. It's long, though. I mean, it's like 15, 18 minutes. I mean, 15 and a half minutes. But it's a house, and it's made for somebody to walk through.
And it's
see
two
it.
houses, though.
No, it's one house.
Oh, you only did one?
Yes, after that amount of time, it was kind of like, well, let's just stick with the one right now.
But it also has a suite downstairs, so it's a very different...
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's legal suites. They're selling their properties with legal suites built in, which is smart, very smart. So, and I will post that on Facebook, so that way if you're in the Edmonton area, you know somebody who's looking for an infill house, which is where they've taken an old house and they split it into two in a bigger lot. So this is in the Bonnie Doon kind of area. I can't remember now. I used to know.
Yeah, so it is Canada Day today.
Woot! Let's celebrate.
It's rainy and cold, and
Socialist.
it's rainy and cold, and I don't think there's fireworks happening because of COVID, which is really unfortunate.
Let me tell you the difference between the...
I miss fireworks. Don't talk to him anymore.
a
Don't
Canadian-
listen to him, you guys.
Not just a Canadian Canada Day and a Mexico Independence Day. In Canada, the government hands out like these little plastic flags and stuff. And in Mexico, they have to pay for their own. That's the biggest difference.
Your mom is saying to call tonight, and they're out and about today, and it's 30 degrees and sunny. Yeah, it's not very nice for you to tell me that stuff.
Yeah, we should go to Ontario.
When we were in Ontario last year, it was yucky.
Let's go to Ontario this week.
Sure, we'll just pack up and go.
We can do that.
Oh, we can't.
Yeah, we can. We're big people. I mean, we're big people, but
We
we're grown-ups.
have something happening Thursday. We have something happening Saturday. We have something happening Tuesday.
That's a week. We can go in less than a week. Now she's thinking. Yeah, I think I'm just talking right now, but maybe we'll see. Because I am really, I need to go warm, somewhere warm.
Such a baby. Oh my God.
5 out of 40 days, not looking good. So what else can we talk about today?
Rainy and cold in Mexico? You're just saying that. It's not cold.
Yeah,
Surely, you silly girl.
You know
just
what
know
to
that that's
say.
what John wants to hear.
You're funny. Yeah. What
So
else?
cute.
What else can we talk about here? Love having our laptop here. It's a very powerful laptop.
It's actually my laptop. He's just
No, it's your laptop when we're at home. It's our laptop when we're here.
except for I can't use it while we're here. I have to use the old one.
She's got the old one. It's not even old. It's just slow.
Yeah, it is.
Laptops are slow.
Yeah, and even this is slower than my desktop was, but it's much faster than the other laptop.
Yeah.
And I'm not complaining. We are blessed. We have 2 laptops. I mean, there's a lot of people that don't have any, so I'm very
And
thankful
tablets and
for our
phones.
slow laptops.
Yes. It would be nice to travel with a real computer, but that's a lot to ask. Mind you, with those new Nooks, they're like
It's
$2,000.
very impractical, though.
Yeah, I don't know. Hi.
Enjoy your coffee.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Moni.
Hello. So what else? Come on, honey. We got things to talk about. We don't.
You know, I don't think people really expect us to talk about anything. They just like to check in and see how crazy you are every day.
Milton Friedman, Thomas Sowell. Look them up. Thomas Sowell should have been the first black president. He's so smart.
I heard that there will be fireworks in Ponoka. Well, maybe we'll run out to Ponoka today.
Yes.
I am booked for arrival in PV November 23rd. That's awesome, Wendy. You'll be able to take possession of the new condo.
Yep. And you'll be able to fly in. Because right now, I think... Oh, no, actually, American
Flights
Airlines.
are difficult right now. I've been sort of half looking just to get an idea of when we're going to be able to go back home. So probably early August, I'm thinking at this point.
Unless we go somewhere else first. But who knows? You know, it's crazy traveling in Canada. Especially, I heard New Brunswick. Was it New Brunswick has a 2-week thing where you
Even when you're traveling domestic. So that's the problem. We have to find out if you're traveling domestic, some of them are trying to make you quarantine, and I'm not, that's not, can't happen. So
yeah, I was reading an article about children, and children catching COVID is kind of like struck by lightning 4 or 5 times. So it is one of those things where let the kids go back to school, and they're not involved as a vector in the transmission of the disease. Let them go back to school, because it's just glorified daycare anyways. And that way the parents aren't having to go crazy watching their children, like Christie had to for all those years.
I think that's what happened to John. He went crazy because our kids were home. Kathy wants to know how many ounces are in this cup.
Lots. I think this...
I would say...
It's got to be a liter in there.
Yeah, it's a lot, Kathy. It doesn't have any numbers, so I don't know for sure, but it's a big sucker.
I'm guessing 4 cups, like 4 250s.
You think it's a whole liter in there?
Well, maybe 750. I don't know. Now we're going to have to test with tequila.
Or wine.
Or wine.
That's a lot of tequila to drink.
It would be. It'd be fun, though.
Oh, no, I think I'd be sick. Even I would be sick after all that tequila. That's a lot in there.
I've only ever seen her sick from tequila one time, and it was disgusting. It really was.
Hey, you know what? We don't have to talk about that kind of stuff.
Yeah. It was funny because years ago, we were with another friend. We're in the blue van, and we'd gone out and maybe had a few drinks. They had, I hadn't. And one of them was a Mexican lady, and she was very drunk. And she's like, pull over now, pull over. And she's like, on behalf of my countrymen, I apologize for not being able to take my tequila. And it all over
thank
the
God
place.
it was out. She made us stop so she was able to get out of the van before she vomited.
So then another person was walking by, and they said, watch it, you know, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, F off. She was very drunk.
Yeah, she was very drunk.
And she's left Mexico now and gone to England.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that in England she's not doing that.
I doubt it.
You can't do that in England. I don't think. Mind you can. You can everywhere.
Yeah. No, it was just that struck us very funny because she was apologizing because as a Mexican she couldn't handle her tequila, where me as a gringa, I was apparently able to.
Well, I think for you also you've got size. You've had
Why'd you have to do it like that?
You've got many.
Why didn't you do it like that?
You've got many tiny ladies who think they can keep up with you, and you're like, this is not a contest.
Yeah.
And they're like, and then 3 days they're out. And Christie's like, why do you do that to yourself?
Yeah, we had another friend who wanted to keep up for me, drink for drink, and I said, I'm like twice your size, honey.
I had to carry her.
It's
her
not
husband
a lot.
was also
Not
drinking.
me, her friend.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't do that a lot, but there's
No.
been a couple of times where you just get into that mood, and unfortunately, it's happened, and it's something that I can forget because I remembered.
She does remember everything. And she wakes up at 5 o'clock in the morning fine, so who knows?
Yeah, I'm one of those very lucky people that don't have hangovers, or not lucky, because maybe if I got the hangovers, it wouldn't be.
Well, I think hangovers also has to do with the alcohol that you have. So maybe because you have mostly good alcohol.
Yeah, I do tend to have expensive tastes. When I do drink, it is better quality, because why drink the cheap stuff?
Yeah.
It's not like I'm drinking, a bottle of vodka a week, so
No.
I can spend money on getting a nicer, or tequila for that matter.
Yeah, and we have an alcohol supply at the house, which she's thrown lots away because we don't drink much. I mean, really, in the scheme of things.
He
So
makes
she's
it
got
sound
a
like I'm
little
an
bit.
alcoholic, but
She's not. She just
I'm praying for hangovers for you. Thanks, Mom. I love you too.
Yeah.
And Tracy, what's oh no, John? What does that mean, Tracy? I don't know what you mean. We said this yesterday. People comment and we're about 20 seconds or so past what you're commenting on.
Yeah.
So sometimes we're not sure what oh no, John means. I mean, oh no, John just means he just stop. That's what I would take it as. But
I'm used to
unless you wanna go on, Tracy, and explain, I'm just gonna tell him to stop, and that's what you meant, and he'll listen to you because you're scary.
Oh, John is a common thing that most women say. Oh, John. Oh, John. And it starts at 9 years old. At 9 years old, they figure it out really quick. Oh, John.
And Mom, you should probably get off your computer. You don't have to listen to us this morning. Oh, about size and alcohol. Yeah, I know. Tracy, he just doesn't. He's just not very good at that kind of stuff. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah, it's kind of true. I'd be a good alcohol person, except I wouldn't be.
No, she's talking about how you described my size compared to other people that were drinking.
Yeah, she's twice as tall as most human beings. She's 11 feet tall. That's the thing.
Well, round it out.
Let's round it out. We're both rounded out. Okay, so we need to have notes here that we can reference because we never talk after this. We've talked now a long time compared to most spouses.
What do you mean? What do you mean notes? What do you mean not talking? I'm not sure where you're going with this.
Well, I'm not going to explain it to you. If you're not going to learn. I remember years ago when O.J. Simpson was accused of murdering his wife, and he did murder his wife, but that's just us. And the lawyer would be like, and one of the comedians is like, "Don't whisper in his ear. How's he going to learn?" And I liked that. That just kind of stuck with me.
Oh dear.
Oh, John.
Oh, John.
Quit clapping over the microphone. Don't. You've hurt people's ears today. It doesn't max. It goes all the way.
Do you think people have their ears that close to their microphones on their computers or
I
their speakers?
apologize that she does this stuff. She's like, and I keep saying,
Apparently,
"Please
we're
don't."
apologizing for each other a lot today. Because I'm apologizing. He's grumpy.
I'm not grumpy.
Good morning, you two crazy people. Need to go have coffee. Where do you go? You're supposed to come have coffee, not go have coffee.
Yeah.
I have my coffee. See, Kathy?
I can't have coffee.
It might be a bit of a big cup because, I have big hands.
Yeah.
It's a large cup. I will measure it, Kathy, for you, Kathy Smith, and let you know how many ounces are in this bad boy.
There's a lot. So, yeah, my knee is hurting today. Every day is just something different.
John is like he's 95.
Yeah, it's kind of true.
A sickly 95.
So yesterday, when they were shopping, I wasn't going to go into a place that asked me to wear a mask. I'm sorry. So then I go.
Well, especially since it was a shoe place, you weren't looking for shoes.
So
If it was something you needed, you would, right, honey?
I go to walk into Dollarama, and the lady's like, "Whoa, there's a lineup." I'm like, "Okay, I'm out of here." Then I go to Winners, and I walk in the one door. She's like, "You can't walk in that door. You have to walk in this door." And I'm like, I don't have to walk in any door. So then I went outside, went into Walmart. Walmart never had a problem. And it was just, when you're there now, because there's no covering inside, it's raining.
Yeah, and it was really raining when we were at that.
You figure once they went outside, they would build some kind of covering.
So Mark Slemko is saying that my hands match my husband's ego.
Yeah.
And yes, Kathy, it is one huge cup.
Yes. So to the Capilano people, create an overhang so that way people, when it rains, they can actually walk underneath and not be like, or take their car.
Yeah, these outdoor malls where they're all spread out. Especially we had my mom with us yesterday, and not that she's having trouble walking, but it's raining, and I was afraid she might melt. So.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, it was really raining and it's cold, and I saw people walking outside just getting drenched because they wanted to go pick up a few things, but everything is so spread out and you can't walk inside. So you're going from, Walmart is way at one end, Safeway was way at the other. So, oh, sorry, honey.
In Mexico, we have the Macro Plaza and the one across from the Liverpool Mall.
Good to wear a mask because they can't see the frustration on my face. I love that, Wendy.
Yeah.
And Mark loves us. Love you too, Mark.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't. There have been people who've passed out from wearing the mask while they're driving or whatever, or they get lightheaded and stuff. Our bodies need oxygen.
I will say that when we were in Skechers yesterday, the masks kind of smelled like dirty feet. And I know that they were brand new. They were in the box. They were, they had a wire that could pinch around your nose. So I knew that they would never been used.
But that would be funny in a foot store. Maybe it's the foot store that smells like it.
Well, I think it's just that plastic. So then I'm like, so we were in there probably a good half hour?
Yes, that would be fair.
At least a half an hour, right?
I found that Zaya at the rum.
Oh.
And it was, I think, $80 or something like that.
Wow.
But yeah, it was spiced rum, 750 mils. So yeah, but it's good stuff.
Anyways,
it smells like feet.
But yeah, they were really stinky masks. So I regret not having mine. I think I did have mine actually in my purse, my nice cotton ones from Mexico. So I'm gonna make a point of making sure that I have those with me, because that mask yesterday was just really stinky. And then I'm like, so what kind of chemicals am I inhaling? Because the smell was really strong. Like it was pretty powerful. I actually put a piece of gum in my mouth so I could smell the mint instead of the stinky feet smell.
This is somebody who does not like tomatoes, mushrooms.
People who wear masks also tend to move closer. I agree. There's no personal space when they think that they're perfectly safe when they have the mask. But apparently it can stick to your clothes and your shoes, because you have to go into those alcohol baths when you go into Costco in Mexico. So, who knows, people, who knows where it's really being carried and how it's being carried, and all these people that are working now, and, is someone a carrier that comes into your restaurant or to your workplace?
A carrier? No.
And how do we know? And then when you get tested, if you decide to get tested, you can't go back to work until you get the results of your test. And it's financially, this has been an absolutely devastating disease.
Emotionally, it's not the disease. It's not the disease that caused this. It's the human beings
situation. Let's call it a situation. Emotionally, it has been devastating to some people.
Some people are terrified.
There are people that have a hard time even now going out of their houses, and seniors are being in their homes and having to be left alone because you're afraid to. It's just, the toll that this is doing is way bigger than just the deaths that are occurring from what they say is COVID, although some of them may not be just COVID that are getting people killed, but that are people dying from. It's sad. The whole situation is just really.
Disease and death are bad. This is the percentage of deaths from COVID. It is so small. It's the flu. It's a bad flu.
And it's a lot smaller than they were originally telling
God,
people
yes.
it would be.
Yeah.
So this whole big panic, and I'm not minimizing the people that are dying, and that really did contract COVID and are dying from it. It's not a nice way to die.
Being struck by lightning is not a nice way to die.
No, that's not even relevant.
Are not a good way to die.
Good morning, Karina. I'm just gonna change because I don't know where he's going now. Good morning, Karina. How are you, sweetheart?
Another way to die. Another way to die. But
yeah,
it shouldn't.
I guess cancer wasn't a good way to die.
Exactly.
For my dad,
it's horrible that in this world we will die. Just thank God it wasn't a nuclear weapon, because that would take out a lot of people. Mind you, I think of a few places that we could use one.
Okay, we won't even go there.
We won't go there, but we can later.
No, we can't.
We can. Not today.
You're cut off.
I don't know what that means. So yes, hello, Karina. Hola. Or maybe I should say hola. I think that's where holla came from.
Hola.
Hola. And people are like, but the H is silent in Spanish. And they're like, no, hola. So, yeah.
Oh, dear. Yeah. Well, it's been fun, you guys.
It has been fun.
I know that some of you join us regularly and some may stay the whole time. I know we've heard that there are people that watch it after the fact. So we don't know exactly how many people really listen to this on any given day.
We do.
It's anywhere between, generally, I think the least we've had is about 15 to, we've had one day we had 60 people watching our little coffee time in the morning.
At the end of the day, 150.
And by the end of the day, there's a lot more people that have watched it. And, we have fun. We joke around. We say things maybe that are a little controversial.
Yes.
John tends to be really controversial.
Yes.
Is it?
I do.
But we're not getting a lot of reaction. People are still listening in, so we know that you're listening to us, but we're not getting a ton of reaction.
It's even good when you say, you're a moron. I just don't want Christie saying that all the time to me.
It gets old saying that for me, saying that to him.
Yeah.
So, anyways, no, can you recommend a good tequila? Here, Wendy, or in Mexico? Because here the tequila choices are a lot smaller, although...
Just give her some in Canada and then some back home.
Well, my recommendations for here would be the same as what I'm used to back home. The Don Julios generally are a good tequila. They're not a great tequila, but they're a good tequila.
The cool kids say DJs.
No, they don't. I really like the Don Julio 1942. It's in a tall, skinny bottle.
Best. It really is.
It's pretty expensive down here. It's expensive in Mexico standards. Any of the Sauzas or Hornitos are pretty good. Just not Jose Cuervo unless you're going real high end with Jose Cuervo. Like their Familia, which is actually real 100% blue agave. The other stuff, some of them are a mixture. They can do it because...
Okay, so which is a good... In Mexico, Hornitos is a good tequila for margaritas.
Well, margarita tequila, I would just go with the Costco Plata, the big, and that's sold
pesos.
Here too. Well, here though it's more, but for a margarita, it's a good smooth tequila for margaritas.
Sure, how much is it in Canada?
I want to say it was $40, but I might be wrong. I didn't really look that close because I brought a bottle from home.
Yeah. So there you go. They now know the good tequilas.
Yeah, there's also some other... Patron, it's not one of my favorites. Some people love Patron. It's not one of my favorites. That's sold here as well in Mexico. In Canada. Missing my watermelon margaritas. Honestly, Wendy, for a margarita, especially with fruit in it, I would just go with the Kirkland. The other one is Jimador, and I'm pretty sure I saw that here as well.
It's El Jimador.
El Jimador. JIMADOR. ADOR, I think. That's another good. When you're doing margaritas, you only want the silver. You want the lowest end because otherwise there's too much smoky flavor in it, unless you're doing a smoky type, like a jalapeno margarita or something. Anyways, that's my margarita 101, tequila 101.
We should do a margarita episode. And just like
in the morning?
Them. Yeah.
In the morning?
Yeah.
No, that wouldn't go well.
It would go great. You just couldn't drive that day. All right, we are done. So, we will see you tomorrow morning. And also, if you're in the Edmonton area, at 7 o'clock, we will see you at the Windermere Canadian Brew House.
He's so cute.
I have to remember getting great. I have to get rid of great because I always wanted to go to the Great Canadian Brew House, but it is great. It is great.
Our daughter works there.
It's the small G Great, capital C Canadian Brew House. Tomorrow at 7. If the weather is good, we'll be upstairs. If the weather is bad, we'll be downstairs. More than likely downstairs. But it would be lovely to be upstairs because it's beautiful up there.
There is a sheltered area upstairs too, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. We're going to get there a little bit early to scope it out.
All right, guys. Remember, be kind to one another. Love one another. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your spouse's face. And wash your hands often using the ABC, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, or Bob Bob Black Sheep songs.
Exactly.
Times 2, but you can use any variation.
You could mix them up.
That's what I'm saying. All right, guys. Adios. Thanks for tuning in.
Have a good one, you guys. Bye. Thanks for joining us.